How sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd affiliated tech issues. And I am cramped up on the screen right now. It's a mess. I'll go over all of that stuff. But you are here for your weekly Thursday night, a nerdy talk show where we sit back and relax. I said we sit back and relax. And hopefully by now, not only did you enjoy your holiday time, but you poured yourself just a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
I'm so behind I didn't even pour anything out. I was also like dropping stuff. Santa's behind me, just creeping out. I was hoping you guys will be able to see all that stuff. I was actually hoping to have some cool backdrops for you guys, but I did not make it to the store. However, if you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, vlog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. Support one another. Plug yo shit. And one more time, cheers to all of you.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get my head around the time change for today. Everything's a mess. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get through this together. Of course, say hi to each other in the chat. We're going to talk action figures, some of our favorites. But without further ado, the man, the myth, the late legend, it is me. It is me, and apparently Anthony's still there too. I'm the problem. It's me. It's good to see all you guys here today. So I am late to start as per usual. Let me make this a little brighter. And the reason being is we actually have a guest coming to our house. So not a guest for the show, but a guest to the house. Our first guest in our new house. And we're getting the room ready. We're getting the house ready. There's a bed behind me, so I'm like pressed up on the computer right now. And because of that reason, I also had to move the time slot up. But it's cool. We're here. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Let me actually move the chat so I could see it. There we go. Glitch Lab, first one in the house. Good to see you. T3 in the house, good to see ya. Rambling Nerd in the house, good to see ya. Dave's Dimension in the house, good to see ya. What kind of time do you call this? I know, right? And I was still late. Everybody saying hi to each other. Let me get my mic. How was everyone's Christmas? Yeah, there you go. That's a question there. KO in the house, good to see ya. Yeah, so I was, like I said, we have a guest coming today, staying for the weekend, and the office where I am now is also the guest room. So we have an inflatable mattress here. It's actually a pretty good one. And I was going to relocate. Let me adjust the camera, and I'll still keep talking. I was going to relocate to the basement, to the cave, but then I was like, I have to unplug all the mic stuff. I didn't want to bring you guys a subpar audio experience, so I was like, I'll just move the time up and do it here in the room. So alas, here we are. So as far as Christmases go here, Dave says, okay, a few items to aid in 3D printing by treating myself to some Mo's Hot Toys. Oh, some Mo Hot Toys. There you go. Love that. No guests allowed. Yeah, I would. So if you guys I'll get the plugs. HeyArcher, HeyArcher on Instagram, Nerd Affiliated on Instagram, Real Nerd Busters on Instagram. Of course, nerdaffiliated.com. One-stop shop for all things nerd affiliated. Rolando in the house. Good to see you. So as far as the no guest allowed thing and like the setup. So if you guys have not done so, we have dropped a couple videos since I've moved here. And in the most recent videos, I've recorded in the basement. And down there, I'm probably in like variant 7 of the basement at the moment. I'm still trying to figure out what's the usage down there. Like the collection obviously is down there. I had a battle today, and I'll talk about it in another video. But I had a battle where I was like, do I want to display more like figures on there, like shelves of figures, or do I want more like larger props with some figures? So you guys can also, let me know your thoughts on that. But I was kind of preparing to have, everything set up downstairs so that I can do the show. I wouldn't have the monitor. Then I was looking at my Rodecaster and I was like, I don't feel like moving all that. And the number one concern I had was actually internet. I have not installed any satellites down there. I actually should double check to see if there's any on sale. But I haven't put any satellites down there, and I didn't want to risk you guys getting a crappy quality show. So that's why I decided to stay up here and then just move the time slot up. So those are the reasons. Those are my truths. I'm sticking to it. T3 says, I became the most hated toy hunter 2 weeks ago for my troll video. Even Rocco the Great messaged me, which is the biggest toy troll on YouTube, or which is the biggest toy troll YouTuber. What do you mean? What'd you do? What did you do? Is it a video I missed? Did I miss a video? But we do have a guest on the show. I guess he got mad that I hid his icon. So, ladies and gentlemen, freaks and geeks, we have the one, the only rambling nerd in the house. Sir, first of all, lower me on whatever you're watching me. And how are you doing today?
Hello.
I think you're safe now. There you go.
Perfect.
How you doing today?
I'm good. I figured I bullied you into doing the video, and I've hopped on the last couple. I may as well. This is the last one for the year. I may as well close it out with you.
Is it the last one of the year, though?
I mean, unless you do a New Year's Eve one, but New Year's Eve is Tuesday.
Yeah. I've been debating that. Actually. So you guys can let me know. I'm looking at the calendar right now. Yeah, because New Year's Day is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, technically. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Well, hang on. Let's see. T3 said... Dave, you never saw Rocco? Yeah, Rocco... Anthony, have you seen Rocco the Great on YouTube?
I have not.
So he's a big YouTuber in the toy space. I'm not going to say he's like the biggest one, but he's up there as far as like even the algorithm pushing him. I'm going to try to pull up his channel so you guys can see who we're talking about. Let's see, Rocco the Great. But he was like, he really wasn't for me. Like, I don't dislike the guy or anything. Just wasn't for me as far as content goes. Let me switch screens here. He's down in Jersey actually. But other YouTubers have had issue with him. They've said like, oh, like he's a jerk or he's full of himself or whatever. And he was the first person I heard of where people were questioning whether he was planting figures in stores. Again, I don't know that to be true or not, but there was a trend during COVID where, so another thing people do now, and they've probably done it since the dawn of time, is let's say there's a figure they want and they find it in store, but currently the bank account is not permitting you to buy that figure. People will take the figure and they'll hide it somewhere else in the store. They'll hide it like in the furniture department or in the baby department. They'll put it behind something or in something. So one of the things that Rocco was doing that I think is what pushed him on the algorithm to me was he would lift up the shelves like in Target, like you know how they have like those shelves where all the stuff's on it. The lower one is usually off the ground, and then there's a plate in the front, and you can lift it to see like this void space under there. And allegedly people were hiding figures under there. So in like 2021, like almost every YouTuber on a toy hunt would check underneath a couple shelves, especially if they were like empty, to see if people were hiding stuff. And he would always like find like crazy things. So people were like, oh, you must be planting stuff because you've been to that Target like 50 times this week and or this month, and you found a figure from like 1993. Like, how the fuck did that get there? And you checked that same shelf like 3 times, 30 times, 50 times. So
gotcha.
That's how he came into my space. Long-winded answer. But like I said, I've had no issues with him. It's just not for me. But T3 says that he trolled him by saying Secret Wars was at Ross, which would not be at Ross. Look, see this thumbnail right here. Like he lifted a shelf, and he's saying he found this kingpin under the shelf. I don't even think this was sold in stores. Let's see.
Oh.
See?
Gotcha.
Do you have better hair or does he have better hair?
I don't know. You can't judge something like that on a screen, I don't think.
Yeah. But
yeah, what the hell? You're lifting what's the deal again? He's lifting the shelf in case other people have hidden stuff there and not him.
Yeah, so it's happened. I'm not going to say it's not an accurate thing. Like I remember even I lifted a couple shelves after I saw this was a thing, and I was like, oh, let's see what's here, and saw like Pokemon cards, random figures. What people do sometimes is they'll steal something and then throw the package under there. So it's not like it's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. He has a kingpin here. Where did he lie in his thumbnail? That's possible.
I thought I saw the kingpin as you scrolled through.
Yeah, he's at like a not garage sale, but like a thrift.
Oh.
Thing. Right, so he's gonna move stuff. Let's fast forward. That's the other thing too. Is like people will do this. Look underneath there. Leave all the stuff, like a mess. Like, see how he's not even putting it back right. Like, that's stick. But in the thumbnail, see, the thumbnail makes it seem like he found, it's in the top right here. It makes it seem like he found it underneath there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty misleading.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why people are just like, I don't care for him. I've given Rocco way more time on this.
Does he currently have?
79,000.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Enough of him.
I did watch his video the other day because I was looking up how to make at-home spider webs for your Spider-Man figures, and one of his videos popped up. Yeah. So, are you familiar with Ross? Is Ross a thing to you?
The store?
Yeah.
I am, but only because of you.
Oh, okay. Right. I didn't know if you didn't know about the whole, like, all the toys ending up at Ross and stuff.
Oh, well, you've told me about it, but I don't actually think there's a Ross, however you say it, near me.
No, I saw one in Pennsylvania when I went to that wedding. But that's the only time I've ever like come across one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not close for me.
Yeah. Did I say hi to Lou yet? I'll say hi anyway. Good to see you.
Louis?
Glitch Lab says, T3, I plan on trolling the 2 in the box videos. I plan on doing an unboxing of an actual number 2 and post it everywhere. Yeah, you might as well. Might as well. Everybody saying hi to each other. Rolando sharing Rocco's video. Rolando sharing everybody's links. I love that.
Thank
T3
you,
says, I was trolling this dude on Instagram for showing off the G.I. Joe classified Tiger Paw for $7.99 at Ross. I called him out on Facebook and then did a Secret Wars video on Instagram. So I guess he's saying that that was not at Ross, but Rocco's saying he found it at Ross. So there you go. KWAL Comedy in the house. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah and Kwanzaa. Blessings all. There you go. Love that. Dave said, I've seen people find stuff under shelves, but those items are scuffed up, dusty, sticky, and stick residue on it. Those are legit finds, but if it's in brand new, perfect condition, it's rigged. Yeah. Porkins in the house. Good to see you. T3 shared the link to the troll video. Porkins has Ross up there. Awesome. God damn it.
Cat?
No. I don't know. I don't even know how that fell off. So one of the things I was going to do today was talk about some of my favorite figures of this year, disappointments of the year. But I kind of want to do a year-end video,
Right.
where we'll talk about like movies and TV shows and stuff. But since you're here anyway, I figured we could still talk about maybe a favorite figure of yours, disappointment of yours, because now you're collecting.
Yeah, I am. Thank you again for that. Before we talk about that, should we, for everybody who doesn't know, I put it up on, yesterday I put it up on Instagram.
Mhm.
After a month of back and forth, I pulled the trigger on another hot toy, the Ben Affleck Batfleck from Dawn of Justice, and that'll be here actually pretty soon. The Batman Returns one I think isn't going to be until like the end of 25, but I'm pretty sure it said ships in March. So, and thank you T3 for the affiliate link.
I was gonna say, I was gonna shout out T3. He got the the commission on that one. Love that.
He does.
I'm
And
looking
you're
at this
asking
figure
me to
now.
remember stuff and pick a favorite when I haven't had time to like remind myself what I got this year because it all blurs together. But
That is actually legit because I went downstairs, I brought up a couple figures, and I decided to look at my Hasbro account to make sure they were this year, and a bunch of them were not.
oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. Let's see, Dawn of Justice, Batman.
Yeah, it's somewhere in one of the 1,000 chats we have together.
Yeah.
Um,
You didn't get the armored one, right? You got the regular one.
yeah, no, the regular suit. If I was really collecting everything, maybe like I would get the mech suit one too. But I like that. I think that suit is the perfect bat suit on film that we've gotten. So very happy to have that coming. And I guess I'm going to really have to figure out a display thing because the desk situation is not going to work for this thing at all. It's not going to work for the Batman Returns one either.
Yeah. That's right. You ordered that one too.
But yeah, and I'm going to actually compare that one to Josh's. And yeah, I guess I'll say the one I'm happiest I got off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure I got it this year, was I'll cop out and I'll say the line of Spider-Man toys that I got from that's animated series related.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I got all of those this year, and yeah, just because like we've talked about, that was the Spider-Man show of our childhood, and I'm sure I had at least one or two of those as a kid, or some version of them from when we were kids, and they're long gone. So I'm happy to have them back. And if somebody would please do a Batman the Animated Series line that you're happy with, because I don't buy anything for the most part that you don't give me the thumbs up on, that would be great. By the way, did you give me the thumbs up on the Affleck one at all, or I think you like that toy too?
I'll answer and then I'll say hi to the chat after I answer the question. I I was mixed on it. I think my advice to you was like, heads up, you're gonna run into the same issue Josh and I have, which is you can't leave a dynamic pose because then you run the risk of creases.
Right.
So I think that was my advice. I was like, as long as you're good with that, proceed. And I think I was saying make sure you get the collector's edition because having a maskless option is something I regret not having with my Batman.
Yeah. And I did take that advice, and I'm pretty sure I took that advice with the Keaton one as well, because what the hell is, you're right, and what the hell is the point? Plus, if I'm going to spend, I think it was like, ooh, do you have it up still? I don't have it up. What was the base?
Actually, I just found the link.
You just closed it?
No, I just found it.
Oh, you just found it.
Yeah, I was on eBay before. So the collector's edition right now is only waitlisted, but you get this version.
Right. But it doesn't have a price for it. But whatever.
The regular version,
like,
the regular version here is $350. Collector. Oh, so collector's is the regular at $290, and then the deluxe version. Oh, the deluxe comes with the diorama pieces here.
Yeah.
And rotatable cowled head with separate rolling eyeballs. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Oh, cool. Oh, and it's wired cape on this one. The other one's not.
Good?
Yeah, that's how you do a pose like this with the cape.
Oh, okay. I know nothing, guys. I know nothing.
I'm gonna hit the button.
I don't pretend to know much.
Boo! Rubbish! Filth!
Yeah.
Muck! Boo! Boo! Boo!
Terrible.
Yeah. I got the deluxe version, so I'm getting. Yeah, so I'm getting all the bells and whistles.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, this is the most bend you're gonna get. Yeah.
Yeah. And while I'm on the Sideshow site, let's make sure I got the. Yep, I got the deluxe version of the Keaton Returns one. So there you go.
Nice.
And that one is expected to ship sometime between July and December of 2025.
Yeah, sounds right. Let me scroll back up, say hi to a couple people who dropped in. We have Legacy of Nerd in the house. Good to see you. Merry belated Christmas, everyone. And then T3. The Man Collects in the house. Good to see you. So Dave said, oh, Anthony's collecting Hot Toys. Welcome to the club. Yeah.
Yep.
Anthony's about to pass me, actually, I think.
How many Hot Toys do you have?
Oh, wait, no. This will you have 2 on orders, and I currently have 2.
Okay. So what 2 do you have again? You didn't get the Keaton.
Yes. So I have Keaton, first movie.
Yeah.
And I have...
Well, I meant the Keaton Returns. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. If they were both announced at the same time, I would have gone with Returns. But Returns was only recently announced. So I have 89, and I have Luke Skywalker from the end of Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But here, let's take a look at some of the sales here. Is there anything that you're like disappointed in that you purchased last year, or maybe you would have purchased, but when you had the reveal, you're just like, this sucks?
Yeah, I mean, it's the only one I've opened, so it's the I was about to say the 2 in the box Spider-Man, but I mean, it kind of is. It's the Vulture, Spider-Man combo, and really just because, like I mentioned, the shoulders, and it's a stupid complaint, but I don't open much, so I can't complain about too much. But the shoulders look so weird, like the way they decided to have like the ball sockets or whatever rolling in like that, and then even though it's not a major issue, I guess some of the sorry, I'm not drunk. I'm just long day. Some of the cell shading. On the on the figures that I do stare at through the boxes, I'm like, oh, why do they do that? Like, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's my limited complaints, but I'm gonna definitely I'll unbox Affleck as soon as it gets there, but then I'll do later in the year. I'll probably end up doing a side by side with Josh's '89 figure and
Yeah.
my returns, if he'll allow me. I think he can trust me to get it out of the house. He'll let me take his kids out. I don't see why he wouldn't let me take
I mean,
a toy.
some people will probably
Don't. Mindy might hear.
I think we're all on the same page then.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. You can for Dave, this is on sale. 1/10 scale statue, $1,400. We'll round it up to $1,500.
I'm stalled on. I'm on the page also. That $800 Cyclops. I think Sal needs that in his life. Ooh, I might need that DeLorean. Damn it. Oh my God. I should just go out and like do cocaine or heroin. Isn't that going to be about the same?
It would be about the same, yeah.
I mean, for the love of God.
Dave, I think you just sold this figure. This one's dope. I would, of all the Iron Man figures, it'd be between this and the battle damaged Tony Stark from Endgame or Infinity War. Let me
That
catch up
would
on
be
the
so
chat.
cool to see on screen.
Imagine. Dave said, I have No Way Home Doctor Strange and No Way Home Black and Gold Spidey coming in. Oh, okay. So Dave on his community tab, he had a poll for which hot toy to order, and I legit couldn't pick one. I was like, it's one of those things. They're just like all good. You know, you like at a certain point, you're just like, you can't say no to any of them because a lot of these are just so good. If I had like an armory display, like this one would have to be on that. That'd just be sick. Absolutely sick. Louis says the Tron light cycles arrived here. Oh, that's right. I saw that in the group chat. Man Collects, thank you, Rolando. I hope you had a great Christmas. What's up, Dave? Hope Santa bought you some goodies. Louis said that's a nice Batfleck head sculpt. Yeah. Yep. There you go. So the Man Collects, he got a grail of a lot of people. I don't know if you saw that. And then I'll come back to this and I'll give some of my answers. Let's see here. The Man Collects. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Chris over there. Gonna let the ad play, but one of the gifts he got from his wife this year, like I said, it's a grail for a lot of people. And it is the Punisher van from back in, I think he said 1991. That was back when, oh God, what toy company was that? It wasn't Mattel. I can't remember, but they, oh, my shit's spinning. There we go. Here we go.
Because this is the red one, the retailer exclusive. And I'm going to be taking him out of the box
That's pretty
as well.
sweet too.
But they get awesome looking figure. This is what I asked for Christmas. And then she went ahead and got me something extra as well. You follow me on Instagram, you've already seen what it is. But let's take a look here. Yeah, there we go.
Toy Biz.
This is what I went to Retro Toy Con with the intentions of buying, was the Toy Biz Punisher van. Now, to say that I wanted one in box, I just wanted the van without the stickers on it. And the stickers you see there on the front of the box got the Punisher emblem, stuff like that. Because I've got this thing. I got it for Christmas in 1991, you know, from my parents. And I put the stickers on it. I always regretted that. I wanted a plain black van. I couldn't find one. I don't know how she found this thing. She dug around online. She found it. She got a phenomenal price on it. This thing was sealed in the box. And you can look here and see this box is in very good shape, I think, to be from 1991. And I'm spinning it around as the van's not in there right now. But there is the box. It's got the sticker sheet still complete on there. That is awesome. I'm going to try to find a way to flatten that out and frame it or something and display it. And then here it is. Oh, the Punisher van. Check that out. This thing is sweet. It's dirty. It's got dust on it. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit. everything works on it. I mean, you got the guns there in the bottom. You got the gun deck up there on top. The little hubcap things, they pop out like they're supposed to. The doors on the back of it open, and it's still got the guns. If I can get the doors to open. There we go. Still got the tape over the guns back there. Still got the cardboard in the back holding the big cannon in there.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
That's awesome. That's pretty damn sick.
This is one of those that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just laughing. Like, perfect example of something you would never see made for like a child now.
No, not at all.
Or at least it would be all like, Punisher van with stun blasters and this and that. But no, he's rocking machine guns, and that's awesome.
I mean, this goes back to that argument, right? Like, who are toys for? Because back then, yes, this was for kids because shit was just able to fly like that. But nowadays, it can't fly like that. So it's like the only ones that are buying stuff like this now are us, the former kids who are now adults.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, this thing, especially in that condition, like thousands potentially could go for, depending on where you find it. So, yeah, great gift. Great gift. So I was going to talk about some of my picks for the year. Actually, let me make sure I'm all caught up here. 92, 0. I got 0 notifications, but I'm in. Shout out to Patrick. Toy Biz, yeah. General Kenobi's Bunker in the house. Good to see ya. Merry Christmas, guys. My spouse outdid herself on that one. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Tony in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, that hurt a bit that he opened it. T3 said, who opens a sealed Toy Biz Punisher van? So, it comes down to, is it for you, or do you think potentially you'd want to sell it? I think that's what happens with a lot of these figures. So you gotta really make that decision. Like, we all have stuff on card because it's like fun, but something like the van, you can't see it in the box. There's no bubble to it. So like, if you want to enjoy it, you're gonna have to open it. So it's like, either you're potentially gonna sell it at some point, or you've acknowledged it's for me. I gotta take it out and see it. And you can still sell it opened if you keep all the pieces. Like, that's not an issue, but it loses value for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, a toy company will be shut down immediately for that nowadays. Yeah, for sure. It was nice. I like that. It was for us then, still for us now. Opening it hurt me too until I started messing around with it. Yeah. Who's going to buy behind us? Adults who are kids for Endgame. I will never sell that. Good luck to my kiddos prying that van for my cold, dead hands. Yeah. All right. So I have stuff on my desk here, and, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little mad at you. Do you want to guess why?
I made you do a video 2 days before Christmas. I'm drawing a blank. What did I do now?
You pretty much mentioned everything on my desk as far as what you liked and didn't like this year.
I mentioned one thing I didn't like.
So, spoiler alert, my desk is full of Marvel Legends right now. As far as W's and L's for 2024. Now, as we said at the top, as Anthony pointed out, this is potentially the year-end show. I think I'm going to try to do something before New Year's Eve, so there's a proper year-end show, but then still do next Thursday. But I think I want to do a poll again. I think I want to do a couple polls for everybody, and then we'll talk about some of our favorite stuff of the year. Movies, TV show, figures, that kind of stuff. Now, I'll go with biggest disappointment first. Actually, no. I'm going to do honorable mention of the year. Okay. Then I'll do my biggest disappointment of the year, and then my favorite figure of the year. Now, something that is always hard with these kinds of things, Dave talked about it on one of his streams. It's like, do you count figures of the year the year that you bought it and hopefully received it, or do you go based on when you received it? Because, for example, something like 2 in the box, I don't have that here because I feel like that's cheating. Like, it's a HasLab, so obviously quality is going to be better than standard. But that was also purchased last year, arrived this year. There's a couple figures that pre-ordered last year. You get them in hand this year. So it's like, what year does it count towards? So I think the in-hand rule is fine. Exceptions. I'm sure there's exceptions to like for example, let's say the 89 Keaton was amazing. Like I didn't know it was amazing last year when I pre-ordered it, but I got it this year. You know, so I would have to count it as a 2024 purchase and pickup, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Let's count it as when you actually got it.
Yeah. Yeah. But then too, like what Dave does differently is Dave, and you can let me know in the chat if I'm getting it wrong. Dave will say, even though this figure is like 4 years old, I just got it this year, so I'm going to count it as my figure of the year. So we'll disagree. We disagree on that one. That one I'll say that's too long. I think it's like I would say like within a year of the pre-order, we'll say closing, or people getting it in hand. Just so it's not, because if I got an Iron Man hot toy, that would win, like default, because those things are just so crazy. Ultra Cardzilla in the house. Good to see you. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm taking my browser history. Oh, like you're checking it?
I asked in the chat, what else is everybody taking to their graves? And the general is taking his browser history.
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
Okay, so honorable mention goes to a figure that I bought at full price, knowing it would go on clearance at some point. And this applies to, I gave this, it wasn't an award before, but this line of thinking applied to a Skeletor figure that came out like 3 years ago, where I bought the Skeletor figure because I wanted to send a message to the companies, I want more of this thing. And I feel like for any figure that you want more of that line or that figure, do not wait for clearance, buy it full price. Buy it right away if you can, because that sends a message. Waiting for it to go on clearance does not send a message that people want it to continue. So this is a figure I bought because I want more of it. It went on clearance. Actually, I don't see it on clearance or peg warming like I do some of the other figures, but it is the Farouk Nation of Domination WWE figure, elite figure. Comes with a leather jacket, comes with a hat that's removable. And I loved the Nation of Domination as a kid. Like, they were great villains. And the Nation of Domination is where The Rock, who I hate, but that's where he jumped off from when he joined the Nation of Domination. So I do want to have all the Nation of Domination figures at some point. So I bought this at full price because I'm hoping they release more Nation of Domination figures, which at this point, I think all I need is Mark Henry in the in his gear for that, and we'll be all set. So I have Godfather, D'Lo Brown, Farouk, and I have a Rock that fits in nicely. So that will be my honorable mention. Nothing special, but it's a good price. I think these figures at full price are $22, and they're usually not hard to find, and they always go on sale. So
right,
I always appreciate Mattel for doing that with the WWE figures. All right, so disappointment of the year, I would say. I agree with you. I agree with you on something that was disappointing, and I didn't think it was that bad when I unboxed it, and you guys disagreed with me in the group chat. But once I moved into this place and I was able to look at all my Spider-Man figures, I was like, oh, this thing is kind of ass. And that is the Spider-Man 2-pack that came with the Vulture. And it came with a Flash Thompson head sculpt, so that's what's on here now. This to me is scumbag on Hasbro's part, because this animated series costume is the most popular, I would say, amongst casual collectors for sure. Like if a casual person goes to a store, they want to buy a Spider-Man figure, this is the gear that you're looking for. Now, this wasn't in store, it was online, but I think they knew people would buy it online right away when they saw it. Now, there's a lot wrong with the figure. As you pointed out, the shoulder thing is kind of weird. There's the hole in the back of the back for no reason. And the number one offense, actually, I'm going to say number two offense on this figure. The number two offense is this is what's called the renewed your vow. Oh, wow. Thank you.
Oh.
We got a super chat.
Thank you, Jet.
Guaranteed Jet. Appreciate it. I mean, if we get enough super chats, maybe I will buy a hot toy today. Who knows? But so this is the Renewed Your Vows Spider-Man. It was a 2-pack. I feel like something went wrong on my screen. Anyway, it was a 2-pack. It came out a couple years ago, and this is like the definitive Spider-Man body. It is also just like the definitive. Somebody's really like not athletic. They have a lot of agility because of it's pinless. You get crazy bends on it, toe articulation, so you can get this in like really cool, Spider-Man poses. So it's great. I'm not doing a good job right now, but this is like the definitive Spider-Man body. It's also good for. They made a Daredevil with it. The recent Iron Fist came out on this body. So this, of all the Spider-Man figures, this color scheme from the animated series should have been on this body. No questions about it. It's just, to me, it's a scumbag move, because people will buy this because of the costume and get an inferior figure to what you can do.
Right.
So that's the number two offense. The number one offense on this figure is the Peter Parker head sculpt. Now, I'm using it right now on my Iron Spider body because I'm recreating the Spider Wars scene from the animated series. Mm-hmm. So I put that head sculpt on the Armored Spider that came out a while back. Again, this one does not have great articulation. It is double jointed, pinless, but there's no toe bend. I mean, it's good, but it just doesn't, the way the ratchets are, it doesn't feel as Spider-Man as this one. But you have that head sculpt there. And then you have this previously released, which I thought was this year. Turns out this was last year. Spider-Man 2-pack that came with Alexander Smythe, I think his name is.
Yes.
Believe it or not, they are the same exact head sculpt. The paint job is just done differently and worse.
Yeah, those I would not believe you. I mean, if I didn't really know you, I would be like, no, he's full of shit or he's wrong. Mm-hmm. Ooh, can I do a devil's advocate real quick on the Iron Spider? Mm-hmm. Maybe he's so stiff and doesn't have the articulation because in that version of the armor, he often complained about not being able to move, and it negated his agility.
Oh yeah, no, I'm good with this one not having crazy articulation. Like I wouldn't expect this version of Peter Parker to have that.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's not a complaint.
Okay.
I also don't think you would pose Iron Spider in any kind of like cool Spider-Man poses. Like I don't think he's that guy.
Yeah, no, that's when he has to just ground and pound somebody who's stronger than him.
Yeah, like oh god, Last Stand Spider-Man, same thing. Mm-hmm. Like you wouldn't put him in like a traditional Spider-Man pose. He'd just be like in a brawler type pose.
Yeah, because that's the stage of life he's at.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it was scumbag that not only did you give us an inferior body on that amazing costume, but you gave people a second chance at a great head sculpt and did a shit paint job on it to the point that people can't even tell it's the same head sculpt as this one. So to me, it went from oh no, it's not that bad of a figure, to the worst pickup, or not worst pickup, but like my number one L for the year.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah. I will preface this where these are not, I'm not going to say these are like the greatest figures or worst figures of the entire year. Just things that stand out to me from what I picked up that are on display. There are figures I bought this year that are on display the figures I bought this year that are not even on display, that I don't even look at, that I forgot I even bought. So, oh yeah, I see your chat. I will mention that. But moving on to my figure of the year, Dave and I have talked about this probably ad nauseum, and he fell off my desk. That was the noise you heard earlier. Yeah. It was like the third time he fell off my desk. And then I'll catch up to the chat after that. My figure of the year, by the way, Hasbro, I think, is my company of the year. Again, I feel like it's been like 4 years in a row now, or 3 years in a row. I think Hasbro puts out a lot of volume with some good quality, and it's definitely improved in the last like 2 years. And with the Ghostbuster stuff, I mean, I can't knock them. But my figure of the year that I feel like a lot of people forget came out this year is the Ghost Rider. I was gonna say 2-pack. It's not really a 2-pack. It's just same with his bike. And not only does it have good articulation, the fire effects on the head and the wheels are pretty cool, but they priced it at $50. $45.99, I think. So I'll just round up to 50.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty easy to find, not too crazy. I don't know why the chain is like that. Let me fix that. So you were able to find it on the website, ended up in stores, ended up at Target. I think it's back on the website for pre-order. And for the price point, bar none, I think landslide, best pick of the year. Like, it just stands out on a display easily. Now, if you're able to get this for even cheaper, like if you were able to find this on clearance or with a Target sale, I'm jealous. But paint job, articulation, pinless, like I said, glowing hair effects, the same effect on the chain there. For $45 in this day and age to get that, W.
Mm-hmm.
That's a W. So,
yeah, that does look pretty damn cool.
Yeah. And I don't know shit about Ghost Rider. I'm not going to lie to anybody and pretend like I do. I bought it on a whim. I bought it because I was like, oh, I'll buy it now and I'll think about it. If I end up not wanting it, I'll just cancel the pre-order. Mm-hmm. And then it showed up and I was like, hot damn, this is pretty good. So
I'm in a similar boat. I'm not the biggest Ghost Rider aficionado, but I will say, and a show I championed with you for a long time, I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did him all the justice in the world. I didn't
hang on long enough. But I remember not hating him.
What did you see? I always forget. What did you see when
that was the season I stopped. Oh. I made it that far.
Wait, but you finished it?
No.
The season?
No.
You didn't finish it? That season kicked ass.
I feel like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was on its way out at that point.
No. I couldn't tell you how many seasons. Maybe that was its last, or maybe its second to last. I'll check. I'll Google.
There's 7 seasons.
Oh, you'll Google and be faster.
And let's see if he came in season 5, maybe.
Okay.
Missing pieces. Oh no, he came in season 4. Wow.
Oh,
so I stopped way early. Yeah, I was kind of done at this point with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think because at this point, it was solidified that it would not interlace with the movies. And for that reason, I was like, all right, I'm out. Like, it was cool at first, and then I kind of just was losing interest. And what kept me going was it interlacing with the movies. But after season 2, I was just like, I don't need to watch this on a weekly basis.
Fair enough. But now that you can just binge it, I do suggest going back and finishing it.
I'll take your word on that.
At the very least, you have to finish. I'm sure somebody did a super cut of all the Ghost Rider stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. That's the Ghost Rider that failed the HasLab, Engine of Vengeance. It was the, I don't remember his name, but him in the car. And people were like, that's not the version of Ghost Rider that we want.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I mean, everybody knows Johnny Blaze.
Yep.
But, and I want to say Reyes, but hang on.
I almost said Jaime, but that's Blue Beetle.
I was thinking that too, but that's Blue Beetle.
Yeah. Robbie Reyes.
Robbie Reyes, okay.
I have fallen behind on chat, so let me catch up with you guys.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good. I went on a ramble, which is supposed to be your thing.
But that's my fault because I'm here.
Ultra Carter said Hasbro should have used either Renew Your Vows or First Appearance Spider-Man body mold, and the Moon Knight from the Blackheart Build-A-Figure wave should have been in the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body mold. Yeah, I've said this before. They mentioned in an interview with Shardimus Prime that they don't intentionally not use the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man on stuff. Actually, I should rephrase that. If they could, they would use it on most figures. But they were like, we only have so many molds that we can't use it for that many. So, like, if we have 10 Spider-Man to put out and only 5 molds to produce figures, they have to be selective on the 5, and maybe they don't even use 5 Spider-Man because maybe they're like, Daredevil should get one. So now you're down to 4. Oh, Iron Fist shouldn't get one. We don't really have any Iron Fist figures. He gets one. And now you're down to like 3 Spider-Man figures that have it. So it's a matter of the amount of molds they have available to do figures, specifically this type of body. But that being said, I feel like certain figures should get priority, especially if they're a high-selling figure. Now, what I think they do is I think they take the perspective of this is a version of the figure people want. They'll probably overlook the fact that it's not the best mold for the sake of having that version of the character. I think that's where they're at. So I think it was a scumbag move to put Spider-Man, this version of Spider-Man, on a subpar body, knowing that people are going to buy it because they want that costume. I think that's scumbag. And on top of that, the fact that they did us dirty with the head sculpt, I think, also makes it scumbag. And they 2-packed it again. So there's a number of offenses on this one. I think the best way to make up for it, classic Spider-Man, single pack, retro card in the polo shirt. Like, finally drop that figure. You know we're going to buy it. Don't be assholes about it. Just do it. Cutthroat in the house. Good to see you. Guaranteed Jet in the house. Good to see you. Oh, wait, you gave it the chat earlier. Yes, thank you. Dada Films in the house. Good to see you. A lot of Jets fans in the house, apparently. The upcoming Infinity Saga Far From Home Spider-Man should have been an all-new sculpt, so it could have integrated the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man articulation. Yeah. When did Iron Spider come out in the comics, if anyone knows? I only know him from the animated series. I don't know if there was ever a run with that version of Spider-Man. I doubt it.
So actually, I got to scroll up because I wasn't sure if they meant the Iron Spider suit after before Civil War and during the first Civil War, or if he meant the suit that you had for the toy.
This one. It's the only Iron Spider suit we've been talking about, but I could see where the confusion lies.
Yeah, well, because it's not. That's I don't think
Technically
that's,
not.
is
It's not
that
called
technically
Iron
called.
Spider. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
that's why I was thinking he
Yeah.
meant. Yeah.
Oh, so you wrote 90s edition suits. Mega Dan in the house. Good to see you. Cutthroat says, I bet you could find this at your local Ross store. Which figure? Hasbro needs to stop being greedy, as the Hulkbuster Iron Man we gotten this year is not worthy of $60. It should have been at least priced at $45. I agree with that. And it wasn't the Hulkbuster suit I wanted, so that's why I didn't buy it. Dre, the geek dad in the house, can see you. That's Dre, the collector safe space, currently doing a rebrand. So if the name looks familiar, that's who it is. It would be cool if the wheels lit up, but I'm sure somebody will figure that out too. Yeah. But that would have increased the price. Like if this had light up wheels, or like 2 sets of LEDs, like one in the back, one in the front. So when you turned it on, it shined a light on the wheels. That would have been cool. But again, that would have increased the price. I've seen, I think Robo Don't Know. He added lenses to the front with a light behind it, because technically this is supposed to be the headlight. So he did that, but I don't know about the wheels, if anybody has done anything on that. I'm sure somebody has. Cutthroat said he got crazy in season 6 and 7. All right, so he agrees with you on the show.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Underrated.
Good to not. It is. I think it really is.
I need to finish Agents. Oh, there you go. Cutthroat said, Nerd Affiliated, what do you think of Marvel Legends' Superior Iron Man figure? I know it's sold out super fast. It just wasn't a figure I needed. Let me see if I can find them on the website now. I believe it's the black suit. Yeah, here it is. Actually, Anthony, I think you bought this figure. I think somebody in our group thought about it. Or at least talked about it.
I did not buy that figure.
Okay.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't remember why I didn't pull the trigger on it. I do like that suit. I think that suit, or a version close to it, was like an Alex Ross thing that I saw, like a sketch for a possible suit for Toby for his first Spider-Man movie. And I have an answer about the silver and black armored spider.
Oh, what do you got?
If you want it, would you like? I'll send you it in the chat.
Yeah.
1 second.
And then I'll cover what you sent me in the chat previously after that.
Sounds good.
T3 said Scumbag Award also goes to McFarlane Toys for 3 armored Batman figures. One is efficient enough with alternative broken mask head sculpt. Toddy Mac, for me, he would get an honorable award for the year because of the volume he puts out, but the quality isn't there. I've talked about it ad nauseum. I think the man collects and I were talking about it in the chat once. I have not been impressed with Todd McFarlane since the Red Hood figure came out. He also had a Deathstroke at that time and Teen Titans Cyborg that I loved. And since then, every time I buy a McFarlane figure, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't matter what line it is. It just doesn't. It's cool that we're getting these characters. And again, the volume. But I have not one time in the last 3 years opened up a McFarlane figure and been like, wow, I'm so happy I have this. The vehicles, though, like, again, honorable reward. He's putting out vehicles at reasonable prices left and right. Every Batmobile you need is out right now. And all of them are under $150 at least. Pretty sure. So, like, it's great we get that stuff, but I'm at the point now where I'm like, I wish Hasbro was making this stuff, because at least I'd love the quality or the build, and I'd have pinless figures. It's 2025 damn near, and he's still everything's pinned. So that's my issue with Todd. Cutthroat said the Ghost Rider figure I saw at the local Ross. Wow, if you saw this figure at Ross, that's crazy. The Man Collect said he broke out that silver black spider armor in the 90s comic. I think it was against the Sinister Six, but I'm not sure. Actually, let me read what you wrote here. Back in 1983, Web of Spider-Man 100, a story called Total War by Terry Kavanaugh. Alex, I'm skipping all that. Peter Parker designing a basic silver armor suit to give himself better protection in combat. Yeah. He found himself in the midst of a conflict between Richard Fisk and the New Enforcers. The latter was a group of supervillains looking to kill Fisk to take over his father's criminal empire. Okay. And then this is the version that I know.
Yeah, I remember the cover that is on the first picture you see, but yeah, that armor in the animated series is really the first one I really remember.
Yeah. So I mean, we're pretty close to finishing these figures. I mean, the only one that we really need now is the Spider-Man here with the Doc Ock arms, which we've almost got like a million versions of him with arms like this. But you know, once you get that one, now you kind of have everybody from that scene. As long as, once again, I said once again, twice in a row. Once again, assuming you have multiple of this color scheme spider suit. And that's why I had the Flash Thompson head on here, because it's like, I'm kind of pretending he's almost like the TV show version of Spider-Man.
Right.
Let me see if I can find that clip. Spider Wars animated series. Yeah. I just want like, here we go. Yeah. So as long as you have two of the regular suit, you'll be fine. Then you have this one that we need. I don't doubt they'll release this at some point, because the Marvel Legends team now, they're really trying to finish out like every character from the animated series. So I don't doubt that'll come out. We have a Scarlet Spider. I showed you the Iron Spider. And then we do have a 6-armed spider already. It's not with the sleeves. 2 of the arms don't have sleeves, but close enough.
You can always just Photoshop it. Test your skills. Challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Yourself. Yeah. Or if they finally release a polo shirt, now I would have a third Peter Parker head sculpt, and I can just swap whenever I need it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm out, so I'm missing the convo. Oh, I got you. Toddy Mac, yeah. Todd's quality has dropped, in my opinion, and too many damn variants, platinums. Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather have quality over quantity as it goes for McFarlane toys. Yeah. Because, again, the ideas are great. The characters he's putting out, the variants. I agree with what Chris is saying here with the variants in the way that he's talking. I like that we're getting obscure variants. But so, for example, he'll do, like, let's say he did like regular suit Peter Parker. Todd would drop 3 of these in the same year, probably in the same wave. He'll have like regular, platinum edition, gold edition of the same figure, and then like a second one. The second version has like a different head. The third version has like some battle damage. So like if you're a completionist, now you got to buy 3 of the same figure to say you got the entire wave. He does shit like that. So that's where
Yeah,
I
that's
understand
not
what
good.
he's saying, and I'm like, I agree with that. But I like that Todd, variant wise, is taking chances and being like, oh, I'm going to drop, Red Sun Superman. I'm going to drop Red Sun Wonder Woman, stuff like that. I appreciate that he'll take those chances. Millennium Workshop in the house. Good to see you. Scooby Life in the house. Good to see you. Yeah. Now, yes, a disappointment I forgot about. I forgot all about this as far as this year goes. Let me see if the link will work. What's this?
Yeah.
I'll let you take charge on this one. I've been talking too much.
I think you're fine. The fact that I can't even find anything else, by the way. I can't find the other bundle on the site, but so much money.
They
for
took it
each
down because
individual-
it's not for sale anymore.
Oh, well, there you go. I don't know. It's the price for this point, for this one figure, and the bullshit they tried doing before, like $200. What was it, like
202.
whatever, 202 for Peter and a different ghost villain or whatever. Like you've said this many times, so just we want it, but like the price point for the size and everything else we're getting, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous, and it does it have good articulation? That's more of a
No.
you thing than me, but
No, that's
like,
this is the most bend you're getting in that leg.
yeah. So like, again, I'm new to this, but I'm paying all that money for a Batman that I could, put in a crouching pose and have the cape flowing in the wind and all that other shit. But I'm going to pay $100 for something that I can't even do a 90-degree bend with that leg,
Yeah.
or anything else. So that the design looks good. I like the detail, and I don't care if it doesn't have a ton of motion, but I care at that price. Drop
Right.
it down, and $200 for all four of the guys, sold. Personally,
Yeah.
$50 a figure, fine.
Yeah.
For the pack alone, the pack and the trap look great. The detail on that looks great, but can't do it.
Yeah. This is, last year when we were talking Ghostbusters, this was the line I wanted. I greatly wanted this, and I thought Super 7 was going to be the company to do it. I made a post about it and everything. And this is that scumbag move, like I was just talking about with Hasbro. This is a line that people want, versions that we want, and then they go ahead and say we're going to continue quote-unquote boutique pricing. And $100. I'm not counting Slimer as a figure here. This is $100 for one figure and accessories. That has shitty articulation, and I think of, I'm just going to go to Big Bad real quick. I think of the Dragon Ball Z figures I buy, with those you'll spend $55, $60 for some articulation. But a line that Dave got into this year was Mafex. And with the Mafex figures, they charge about $100 a figure, but you're at least getting really great articulation. They'll load you up on accessories. So you at least get more for that price point. And I think Dave, I don't know if they have it on here.
Oh, that's supposed to be the suit from the end of No Way Home, or No Way Home.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! Why'd you show me this?
So like this, I said if Steel on Amazon ever dropped to like under $75, I would pick this up. The paint application's great. This cape has wires in it. Again, wired capes means you can pose it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that meant pose it. You get a lot of accessories, and it falls in line with an idea or thought process I had at the beginning of this year, which was buy it once, buy it right when it comes to figures. Like find
Yeah.
your definitive version of a figure that when you buy it, you no longer need to buy any other ones. And this Mafex Steel is an amazing figure. And I sadly bought the McFarlane Steel full price because I was like, I really want a Steel figure. And it's a shit figure. Absolutely trash. I wish I had just bought this one. Apparently I missed out. It was $62.90. Damn it.
What's the collector's package for another $3? Oh, that's just the package grade. Sorry.
Yeah. Package grade, yeah. Red Sun. Yeah, Red Sun's dope. I actually got rid of that figure. I donated it. I bought the Red Sun McFarlane figure, and that was when I started to realize, like, quality's really starting to drop here. I was like, what's... Because I had just got into collecting at that point. And I was like, this figure sucks. T3 said, some inside information on McFarlane Toys. Warner Brothers does dictate what figures McFarlane Toys makes. They tell his company what to make every year. That's fine. It doesn't mean it has to be a shit figure, though. Mondo's crazy for that one figure, yeah. It's too late, guys. They have my money, yeah. Patrick bought it. The price is ballsy. Sorry, you about to say something?
I was going to say, I mean, I get why he would buy it. I'm just...
Yeah.
Considering all the other money I dropped on toys, I'm not going to... For some reason, I'm drawing the line at that.
Well, the other thought I had was that line just started. And I was convinced, and I'm still convinced, it's not selling the way they want it to sell. So my fear was starting out that collection, and they don't get to finish all 4 Ghostbusters. Because only 2 have been officially announced. Only 1 is currently for pre-order. The others we know are coming, like they showed their silhouettes, but we haven't seen them. So I'm like, only 1 out of 4 so far confirmed. I'm not taking the risk.
Yeah.
So.
No, I don't blame you.
Dre said, I disagree, rambling. That price point is for a more quote-unquote boutique-style figure. Mafex and SH Figure Arts are costly, but you pay for what you get. So, but that's the point I'm trying to show. This Mafex figure for the same price, to me, makes more sense than what we saw with the Ghostbuster. You can't bend it for anything. And the likeness, I mean, you're paying for likeness, I guess, but none of this looks like $100. He can't sit down. Versus Batman, the Batman hot toy can't sit down either, but it looks like I took that right out of the movie. And it's 12-inch figure. So, I don't know. T3 said, Dre, Mondo hasn't proven itself yet on the 6-inch figures. Hard to compare them up with Mafex and Figure Arts. That's what I'm saying. Like, these aren't even in hand yet to be like, oh, this feels like a solid figure. Yeah. Yep, incredible figure.
I can't contribute to this part of the conversation, so I'm not.
So what happens is sometimes, because you don't really unbox a lot of figures, but
Yep.
you'll hear toy collectors, including myself, we'll do an unboxing, and something that we'll even say in the review as we're messing with a figure is like, it feels good in hand. Like, it's not only just the paint sculpts, it's not only the paint apps, but it's just like the feel of it. There's weight to it depending on the figure, the articulation, the finish on it. That all contributes to it feels good in the hand. And there are some figures that just don't. And there are some figures that, like, you'll pay the money for, and then you're holding it, and as you're holding the figure in hand, you're like, I wasted my money. Like, the second I took Steel out of his McFarlane box and didn't even pose him, if you guys go back to watch that live, the second he was out and I grabbed him, I was like, this feels like shit. It just feels like a bad figure. So that's kind of what T3 is alluding to there, that, visually here, it looks like what it's supposed to look, but when you grab that figure, is it going to feel hollow? Are the joints going to be shit, too loose, too tough? Is the articulation going to be that bad? Like, is that the most you're going to get out of the elbow? Don't know. We don't know these answers because this company has never released a 6-inch figure before. So, Something else I was disappointed on when it comes, Mondo would be my disappointing company of the year, actually, now that I think about it. I was highly disappointed in these. I really wanted these figures.
Yeah, I remember you talking about these.
Yeah. I was willing to spend a 220 on it. But after a while,
Cell shading. See?
yeah. They at least do a decent job on it, but after getting, it wasn't this one, but shout out to JB. He sent me an animated series Spider-Man. Once I had the Spider-Man in my hand, I was like, oh, I'm willing to sacrifice size for a Spider-Man I can pose and put into a Spider-Man pose. Like, that's the best you're going to get out of that figure right there in that picture. So I was like, I'm out. And I'm sorry, that looks terrible. So I was willing to go all in on this line, and the second I saw the figures, I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's not the best he's ever looked.
Yeah. Patrick said, don't worry, I didn't get them for the episode when Peter and Ray were swinging through the city. I'm the sucker that wants that beautiful mold and hopefully great paint apps. Exactly. What's the premise behind his steel outfit? The Superman one, you're saying? If you're talking about Superman, that is not, I almost say Christopher Reeve. That is not Clark Kent Superman. That is John Henry Irons, who's a guy who essentially made an Iron Man suit. The best way.
Basically, yeah. Came out during the whole Death of Superman fiasco.
T3 said, Archer, that McFarlane steel is better when you chrome him out like I did. I liked your video on it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't even get him to stand up on the desk. Like I actually was like trying in that live stream to get him to just stand there, and he just kept falling. 17 in the chat, only 11 likes. Smash that like button. Yeah, everybody smash that like.
I believe we're up to 15 now, so thank you.
Yeah, 16. Boom, there you go.
Ooh.
The animated one I missed out on as Dave did. Sorry. The animated one I missed out on, as did Dave, was Batman Beyond. Yeah. A lot of people wanted that. I also did not back it or buy it, pre-order it, for the reason I just mentioned, which was posability. However, it looks great in that pose. That looks legit.
This was recent, right?
Mm-hmm. Sold out instantly. What I like about this version is that you could buy just him. You don't have to worry about completing a rogues gallery or anything. No sidekick. But the Mondo figures, man, I've not been impressed with any of them as far as articulation goes. I almost bought that Cyclops. Remember, there was a Cyclops with the jacket.
I do, yeah.
I was just like, I feel like these, and if any of you in the chat have any Mondo figures, please let me know. Because again, the feel, right? These in hand could feel amazing. I feel like when I look at a Mondo and when I look at videos showing the articulation and I hear the joints cracking as you're moving the arms, I feel like these are worth like 150. 200 is like a collector's edition with a bunch of shit. But I feel like a standard price for Mondo figures should be 150. Because on the other hand, a Hot Toy is 200 that has cloth goods, face plates, different hair sculpts. So I don't feel like this is on the same par as a Hot Toy. It should not cost the same amount of money as a Hot Toy. Dre says he has Gambit, Rogue, and Batman. Do you feel... That's right, you did. I remember you getting those now. Do you feel like they're worth the cost, the 220? Or is 150, 175 a bit more in line? I'm really debating this. I'm debating this real bad. 315.
I don't know, dude.
Actually, speaking of dude, and shout out to Kenny in the house. Good to see you. Oh, here we go. Chris says, I have Sabretooth open, nice figure, but the ankles are crazy loose and he's hard to pose. I have Bane, but haven't opened him yet. And the Bane he's talking about is animated series Bane, which
Okay.
it looks great in the box. Also on display, the Clayface looked amazing from animated series, but I don't know. The 1,000 toy re-edit Halo figures are overpriced as they go for 170 or from 170 to 220, and they're not 112 and not worthy. And I wouldn't have gotten into them, or I would have gotten into them if they were between 70 and 120. Dre says, I feel like they're worth 200 point for a few reasons, but one of them is the fact that they're a limited number. I have that Iron Man hot toy as well. There you go. Kenny Lang for real. I heard only good things about that one. Talking about the... Was he just talking... Oh, the Wolverine. Yeah. Yeah. But no, I was saying, speaking of the dude is on sale again. He's usually on sale. The collector's edition's gone. Oh, wait, no. The exclusive is the one I want because it has a joint.
Yeah, the collector's... Okay.
That actually might
that's
happen
not
tonight.
bad.
That might happen tonight. Cloth goods. So you don't got to worry about the clothes ripping from holding a pose. Comes with a bowling bag, bowling ball, the whiskey the White Russian.
There you go. Thank you. It's
Look at
gonna
that.
just hang up on you abruptly. Oh, they have that too. The Times Man of the Year, Person of the Year, or Man of the Year, whatever it was.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine bought that frame, that time thing,
Oh, really?
so he can always. Yeah, I guess they sell it on wherever, Amazon probably. Oh man,
Yeah, that might happen tonight.
damn! I have to start working a lot of overtime.
Same.
Oh. Ooh, so I was thinking, a big regret I have for this year is, do you want to guess?
Big regret. That you didn't buy more than 1-2 in the box.
No. You want one more?
A big regret of the year. We're talking collector department.
Toys still, yeah.
Toys.
Yeah.
You not buying the X-Men animated series figures?
Nope.
Oh.
It would. You want a third strike for the hell of it, or I'll just tell you?
All right. I'm gonna ask a question in the realm of a hint. Is it a line that you currently collect or you do not collect?
No, it's something we saw at 2023 Comic-Con. That should really narrow it down. When
It's
you think about
2023.
what I... Yeah, it
24
came
or
out in
23?
24. No, it came out... We saw it in 23 on display, and...
It came out in
was-
24?
Came out in 24, and I missed it.
Oh.
But I told you and Steve to buy it, and you bought it, and I'm... Really?
You told us to buy it. We bought
Well,
it.
I said, hey guys, it's on sale, like whatever soon. And then when I went to put it in my cart, it was already gone.
Oh shit.
Really? I would have thought there's only like one figure.
Was it Ninja Turtle related?
No.
Oh,
There we
the
go.
Alex Murphy RoboCop figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, just Alex Murphy, but yes.
Was that came out this year? Oh,
Well,
that
because we saw it in
Yeah, you're right.
2023. Yeah.
that was beginning of the year. So
Yeah.
that might Ooh, that's close to figure of the year right there.
There you go.
That's close. 100 Bones with the autograph. Figure we never would have imagined we would get. Iconic scene, traumatizing scene.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Multiple head sculpts. Yeah. Could that be the figure of the year? Oh man. I can't believe you didn't get that. I'm mad for you.
I was like on the site, refreshing. I text you. I was on my phone naturally because I was at work. I go to the chat to tell you and Steve to buy it or get ready, and then when I go back, gone, just gone.
Yeah.
And I was so pissed. I'm actually on Big Bad Toy Store right now, and they do have. I mean, there's no autograph, but
yeah,
they have it for whatever.
No, I told you to go to Best Buy.
Yeah, no, I know, but I just went to Big Bad because you just had it on screen.
Well, they usually have a markup. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Cutthroat said he has it and loves it. Yeah, it's a great figure. What I like too
I'm
about
sure the figure's great. It's the ID card. I'm mad I missed out on the ID card.
Yeah. So part of the reason I bought it was I didn't think we would get a normal release on that figure. I thought they would scumbag us somehow and be like, oh, the ID badge also comes with the bullet holes and the regular version doesn't, or something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So that was also why I was like, I need to buy it now. But yeah, the ID card's in here somewhere. It's in some folder somewhere. With some of these figures, I'll tell you this: as you're getting into it more and more, like there's a lot of initial hype on stuff, and then you get them in hand, and then you like forget about it. Like Tatsu, for example, I was so hard on to find Tatsu that when I found him, I mean, granted he broke, but even if he didn't break, like right now he's downstairs on display, but I'm redoing the display, so he may not even make the cut. Actually, I guarantee he's not gonna make the cut, and it's like gone. The Alex Murphy, he's next to the other RoboCop figure I have. I only have two, but they're like buried on the shelf behind other stuff, so I forget about them. So there's certain things that like there's like a hype for it, and then you get it, and you're just like, eh. Which is why I'm trying to be more selective now with what I buy.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. But I mean, that's the difference. Like this, if I do need to, by the way, figure out an actual display because my desk is overflowing with figures.
Yeah.
I don't buy that. I mean, even though I have probably, I don't know, a dozen or so now, I really don't. I don't get them all the time. It is like oh my God, that's so cool, and it's from my childhood. I want that. Which, by the way, crazy to say that RoboCop. Oh, excuse me, that the Alex Murphy is from my childhood. Like you. Can't believe I watched that when I was a kid, like 5-6 years old or whatever it was. I was really young and watching a lot of inappropriate shit.
We all were.
Yeah, of course. But I don't even know. I feel like Josh would probably wait to even show like some of the Batman cartoons from when we were a kid, just because like if you think about it, the Clayface episode should really scare the shit out of people. And the Two-Face episode, when he has that reveal at the end, should probably give you nightmares. Mm-hmm. At least as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool. Why is it only $21? What is this? The Blade Runner vehicle here. A case spinner. Oh, it's only 3 inches long. I thought it was gonna be like a 1/6 scale or 1/12 scale or something, but nah, it's like a Hot Wheels or something. Let's do one last pass here before we wrap today's episode and debate ruining our lives with that hot toy from Big Lebowski. I debated
I'm
getting
going to
this
say
one.
something totally. I already said it to you earlier. I'm going to say something totally like I don't know what it is. Whatever. I'm glad I'm not really sacrilegious, but basically, I'm glad I don't actually have a body that people want to pay money to see me do stuff with on OnlyFans, because I would whore myself out and I would have a whole lot of Hot Toys and
Yeah.
everything else. And yeah, I would be I would be on OnlyFans being like, yeah, sure, I could probably put it in there. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
But thank God nobody wants to see me do any of that. So that is not a viable option, despite all the jokes I make about doing it.
I won't say what it is I sent Anthony earlier, but I sent him a video of a girl or a grown ass woman, and millions of subscribers and like 90-second videos on YouTube. And I'm like, if we had boobs, man, like it freaking would destroy our
Yep.
bank accounts. It's crazy.
I would totally use my boobs for evil.
Yeah. This for $41, I think you should buy it. This is a great on display.
That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. I have it on this. So this is what I have next to Alex Murphy. I have this on the chair, and then the Alex Murphy's like right here on the side.
Ooh, you got to do a photo where you have like, you know, he's looking in the mirror and he sees, because the Alex Murphy figure has like a non-shot up one, so you got to do that, or like have them in, like set your camera up, have them in the exact same position on like a piece of like black background.
Yeah.
And then like, are they roughly the same size?
No. I mean, yeah, they're close. But
Oh, well, you can scale it in Photoshop.
yeah.
Like have the Alex Murphy figure like kind of go like less transparent, like inside RoboCop, you know?
That's a good idea, actually. Look at you.
Maybe I should buy a real camera instead of all these toys. Oh
good
my
stuff.
God. I haven't done enough overtime to be justifying all this shit.
I'm telling you, man, that's where this gets dangerous. Is you like, I feel like one of the things you have to do to avoid danger is like, am I going to display this, and can I get some usage out of it? Because like right now downstairs, I've dwindled down the collection to like, I don't know, 2 or 3 bins maybe of stuff plus what's on display. And the angle I've always taken was, can I like photograph this? Like, can I use it for photography and do dials and all of that? And it gets harder and harder as time goes on to like select figures I'm going to do that with. But it gets dangerous with the army building. Like, for example, Shredder, right? Like, you can't have Shredder just by himself. Like, in the photo, he needs foot soldiers. Now you're buying 4, 6, 8 foot soldiers just for a photo with Shredder. So now the one figure you want to photograph for $35 turns into a $200 purchase because you're buying all the extras to get the cool photo.
I guess,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Although
if that's
I would
what
just
you want
resort
to
to Photoshop trickery, honestly.
Oh yeah, totally do that. There's some good prices on here. I'm not gonna lie.
And like a big problem is I keep going back to, well, in my head, I'm like, well, I need the stuff that I had when I was a kid that I lost or destroyed as a kid, because like whatever. But
Nostalgia bait.
yeah, exactly. And I mean, you know, it's a very slippery slope. I was about to say put myself on. I've let myself be put on.
Yeah.
That I've let myself be led to.
I mean, this one here is I'd buy it. Anybody in the chat? This is one of the first Marvel Legend props. Well, it's actually, Marvel Legends technically. One of the first Marvel Legend props I bought. And it's a great display piece. Great display piece. So if anybody missed out on it, $80, not bad. Let's see. Any last minute things here? I really wanted this helmet, but I was hoping it would drop to like 50, 40. It's dangerous.
I won't lie, the Clone Wars stuff, like you just saw Obi-Wan over there, or excuse me, General Kenobi,
Mhm.
on the screen, and then they have the Hayden Christensen looking Anakin that was on the Hot Toy, I think it was.
Mhm.
That stuff gets me too. I'm looking at that, I'm like,
Yeah. So this one's a statue, I believe.
yeah.
So actually, General Kenobi's bunker. He did a review of, I think Sideshow makes these. They're not Hot Toy. Oh, that's
Sideshow.
Yeah, he reviewed
Wait,
these
is
on
it-
his channel, and he did not give them a good review.
Oh,
Yeah,
oops.
I would buy these for 150 just to have this display right here, because they look right out of the TV show.
Yeah.
So I was surprised when he didn't give it a raving review. Kenobi, if you're still in the chat, let me know if your opinion has changed over time. But at 208, I can't do it. But I would love that Anakin. Is he on sale too? Yeah, 208. I don't know. As I look at it, I'm like, he didn't like it. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. But it looks so good. It looks so good.
Steve, close the damn tab and remind yourself that you're a new homeowner.
Yeah.
And just what, go stare at your wife.
Yeah.
And just be like, she will kill me if
True.
So
True. Oh, you know what?
And
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, and don't stare too long. 'Cause she'll probably look at you and be like, "What did you do?"
Yeah.
Like he wants to tell me something. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
One of the other things, as I wrap, because she's on her way home now, actually. As I wrap, another reason why I gave Hasbro, these are in stock now. Interesting. Why I gave them Company of the Year was this release here, the wand, because it's a repaint, but they made some mods to it physically, and lowered the price from the original, which I feel is never a scenario that a company will re-release something and lower the price on a re-release. So shout out to them. I have
what
one
was
downstairs.
the original price?
The original one I think was like $135, $140 for the Afterlife one. So the Afterlife version is not even the one that most people wanted, but it was the only option you had. So I bought, I think, 4 Afterlife ones, and now my second one of these is downstairs in box. I got to open that up. But this thing, every time I hold the Ghostbuster HasLab stuff, I feel like I'm holding like an actual device. These don't feel like you're holding an action figure or a toy.
Oh yeah, not at all. I'm beyond happy with everything every replica, I should say.
Yeah.
That I've handled of theirs.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean,
hey,
I'm happy.
Steve's here.
Oh yeah, there you go. I'm happy the HasLab backed because hopefully we get more things, which is what we all wanted.
Yeah. We want more. We need more. And this will be my one and only really crazy expensive Ecto, so whatever.
I can't wait for that review.
Hopefully it comes out. I mean, it has to be easier to make one of those than it had the 2 in the box, right? And produce it.
I don't even remember what they ETA'd that one on. It just ended now, so it'd be it's gonna be I think fall 2025, yeah.
But that could be mid to end of December 2025.
When's the winter solstice? That's
yeah. The vernal equinox.
Yeah. Shout out to Turbo Man, by the way. I had him on this over here. You guys couldn't really get a good look, but I'm trying to make it a tradition where I take a Turbo Man out every year for Christmas, put him by the tree. This is one of those that came out. I was so excited to find it in store, and people skipped him. He shelf formed, and now goes for crazy money online, I think. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
I'm surprised they probably couldn't get the rights to make it look more Arnold, right?
No, well, they went for the look of the figure in the movie.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah. Any last minute things before we wrap?
Not really. I mean, everything I've said, the 2 in the box, I am happy with. Not happy at all. You mentioned it in the video that I twisted your arm to do. The instructions do suck.
They
And
do.
I keep having to watch videos. And if answer in the chat, guys, but if anybody else has the 2 in the box, on the front of the trap, the one knob adjusts to the bar graph, and the other one in the instructions it says ghost effects. I don't notice anything changing. Do you guys notice anything changing? Beyond that, it was a fun year. It was an expensive year, and I guess I'm going to have to pose these Batman to get my money's worth out of them.
Yeah.
And we'll see just how good the iPhone 16 camera really is.
Yeah. I didn't catch Dre mention this earlier. I did not know this figure was coming out. This looks pretty good too.
I'm safe. I have nothing to
Yeah.
do with that.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be your answer.
Yep. Send it to Sal.
I will.
Is that? I'm assuming that's Dragon Ball Z, or am I just assuming all anime is the same as Dragon Ball Z?
The latter. Yeah,
Oh, okay, sorry.
the latter.
I'll try to be better in the new year.
Well, speaking of New Year, next year is New Year's Eve, and will we do a show? Yes, but will we do one before the end of the year? I think so. I'm gonna try to maybe do one Tuesday. Maybe that'll be the answer. If not, Wednesday morning. Let's do that. And I want to do some polls so we can vote on some end of year stuff outside of action figures. So stay tuned for that. HeyArcher Live every Thursday though. Normally 8:15ish p.m. This week was different. Next week 8:15 p.m. We dropped a couple videos this week, thanks to Anthony pushing me to do so. And there's currently 2 member-only videos that dropped this week. Only one of them is going public on Friday. The other one remains member-only. So make sure you guys join the membership, support us, help us buy these figures, please.
Yeah.
Help us buy these figures. And thank you so much to Guaranteed Jet for the super chat today. Oh, I didn't even see he had a message there. Going to his first con in VA in February, printing a Q slime blower. Whoa. I'm mad. I only just noticed that he had commented that. So I feel like it's come back.
Sorry, Jet.
Jet, next week, tell us more about it. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. We're out of here.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.